It's autumn now in London, and as Mark Philippe sang in 2020, September rain comes to me again. But on the other hand, I picked a ripe strawberry in the garden today, so there's always something positive to talk about in Monday Matters, right here on Gary's Stuff. Hi there, I'm Gary and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today is indeed Monday Matters. As has become a habit, I'll have a look at the news and rumour from the model making world before catching you up with what's been going on here at Gary's Stuff HQ. Now if you enjoy the show, please remember to let YouTube know by subscribing to the channel, by giving it the imperial thumbs up and by hitting the notification bell. All of these are free and a great way to show your support. More concrete support means are listed in the information box below. Later I'll be talking about the next live stream and the current raffle as well as what's on my bench, but first a look at the news that's caught my eye this week. Airscale, who have already brought us the 132nd scale Defiant and soon 132nd scale Typhoon, has announced it will also make a 132nd scale Dornier DO17Z. There are a few very early CAD renders on show, but compare these with the final CAD renders for the Typhoon and you'll see these guys really don't play around and there is a lot more work ahead. No word yet on price and availability, but I'm guessing it won't be cheap. Fine Molds has a new F104J Starfighter on the cards in 1/72nd scale. It's not yet released, but they've also announced a second marking set that will be available. Mark 1 Models has a new range of two-seaters building on their existing Harrier range in 1/144 scale. These are the T4s from the British and Indian Navies and the Royal Air Force, and the T2 used by the UK, USA and Spain. LF Models has announced a new kit of the Alouette 3 in 1/72nd scale. Looks like it will have a decent engine and interior with options as a gunship or as an anti-tank aircraft. Croco Models has this new 1/72nd scale kit of the T28C Trojan in cast resin, quite an unusual aircraft. Although for something more unusual, Planet Models has a new kit of the Reynard Belgian light reconnaissance aircraft in 1/48th scale. Also in cast resin from ABM is the astonishing 1/72nd scale kit of the Soviet Bolshovitinov DBA bomber prototype that disappeared on a flight from Moscow to Alaska in 1935. There's also a kit of the resulting production aircraft, the DB-2A. When built, these kits each will span over half a metre. AMP has a set of resin extras for the new Micromere Hopeless Diamond. This includes a structured exhaust baffle, cockpit and undercarriage bays. And apparently getting ahead of the curve a bit are Extra Decal with the alternative marking sets for the Handley Page Hampden and the Spitfire 9E, both in 1/48 scale, anticipating upcoming releases by ICM and Airfix respectively. From Meng comes this new 1/72nd scale kit of the fearsome PLB 625 anti-aircraft vehicle with its mix of missiles and six-barreled 25mm gun. Also in 1/72nd is this new Chieftain Mark V main battle tank from print-on-demand company EMP3D. Artitech has a new set of auxiliary vehicles in 1/72nd scale, here including the Hanseloid Merkur, the Henschel 33D1, the Opel P4 Customwagen and the Opel Blitz truck. And for that rural diorama, Balaton Models has this new 1/72nd scale kit of the Hofair GS35 tractor with either steel wheels or rubber tyres. Hobby Boss has announced its kit of the Monitor HMS General Wolfe in 1/350 scale. Now I've just got its sister ship HMS Lord Clive and there will be a box review coming this week. Motor King has new 1/12 scale kits of the Tumbler and Bat Pod vehicles, from the Batman Dark Knight trilogy. And finally, Bandai has closed the circle somewhat with a 1/60th scale model of a Toshiba EC160. Yes, an injection moulded plastic kit of the machine used to make injection moulded plastic kits. When they make one that actually works, I might just get a little freaked out. Back here at HQ, last Monday I met up with Simon, a schoolmate of mine whose youngest brother, Nick, was a subscriber to my channel and a model maker. Sadly, Nick passed away at far too young an age, but Simon found a few kits in his loft and gave them to me. One of them is a 1/48 scale Boeing B-17G released in 2001 by Revell that I am going to build as a tribute to Nick. It will take time, as it's going to be something special when finished, I hope, with lots of aftermarket and some custom decals. When it's finished, I'm going to raffle it off for Models for Heroes, and I'll keep you up to date with the build as it progresses, but I will say it's going to be a long job. And talking of raffles, the latest prize draw is entering its final week. The prize is an Airfix aircraft mystery box, and even I don't yet know for certain what's inside. A link to the draw is here. It finishes just after midnight next Saturday UK time. Last week we had the first Thursday live stream, albeit on the second Thursday of the month. Nick's Conundrum kit was the Lanchester armoured car in 1/35th scale by Copper State Models, guessed by Michael Nugent within just a few minutes, although Nick did manage to string it out for quite a while. So congratulations to Michael. The next stream will not be this coming week as normal, but will instead be on Tuesday 23rd of September at 8 PM to 10 PM as normal. Now, I published two videos last week. One was a box review of the 1/72nd scale F-16AM as refitted for Ukraine service. This is the Hasegawa F-16 with new ICM parts. And I had a look at the new Airfix Wessex. The Wessex I have already started and I'm pushing forward with it with the intention to finish it this week. Also aiming for this coming week is the ICM Henschel 123, which I've painted in Spanish Civil War splinter camouflage, just some final assembly here and there, which means again it should be ready next week. Box reviews I have in edit include the new Aerocraft Martin Baker MB3 and the Hobby Boss HMS Lord Clive I mentioned earlier, and there are more to be shot. I know many of you prefer builds, but it's just a case of keeping some content coming while these larger and more complex builds get done. However, I should say my Airfix Hudson is very nearly built, to the point where I can start painting it, so that could be coming to the channel soon as well. I do have an increasing supply of fun new things to build, which will form the content I publish over Christmas and the New Year. It might seem early to start thinking about that, but it really isn't that far away, what with things like Telford coming in November and other things happening. For example, at some point soon I'll be interviewing Richard Alexander, the boss of Coterie Models, about their exciting new 1/48 scale Halifax announced recently. Also have some new airbrush stands to review from Gallery, that pretty cool. And on top of all of that, I have some personal projects too, not least of which is my model club meeting this weekend. So if you're anywhere near North East London on Thursday from 8 PM, then come along to the Harrow Modelling Society. I hope to see you there. So as you can see, it's full steam ahead here. Lots and lots of things to do and plenty of new material coming to the channel. That's it for this week. If you've enjoyed the show, then please do let YouTube know by subscribing to the channel, by giving the video the old Imperial thumbs up, and by hitting the notification bell. Thanks so very much for watching today, and goodbye.